It's my birthday week, and I am here to tell you guys about all of the books that I got. Naturally, everyone close to me knows exactly what I want for my birthday every year. Either books or money for books. So yeah, that's what I got this year. I've been really good the rest of this year. I want to tell you guys that in advance before you see this pile of books, because I have managed to buy only 1 or 2 books a month for the entirety of this year. But this month, I was allowed to let loose. Now, not all of these books are directly from my birthday, but quite a bit of them are. Others are just splurges that I gave myself because I had the money, because I'm an adult. Starting with the first one I got, as you guys probably know, I have been reading the Percy Jackson series. I just finished the original Percy Jackson series, but I'm really wanting to read the newer one. I have the first 2 books in the Heroes of Olympus series. I didn't have any of the others, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to read them pretty fast, so I kind of got on Amazon and thrift books and just bought the rest of them. So I have House of Hades right here, which is actually the 4th book in the series, but this is the one that was cheap on thrift books, and it's freaking brand new, and it was like $4. The other 2 I got on Amazon, and they were not on Amazon Prime, so they said they'd come like October 26th, and I wanted to film this video before then, so I have them. I just don't have them with me. Other thing I bought on thrift books was The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. I honestly didn't even know that Stephanie Meyer wrote this book until like a couple weeks ago. I thought I owned every Stephanie Meyer book. I was wrong. So I bought this because it was $6 for a hardcover, and I don't know what it's about, but we're gonna find out. The strangest thing happened last week. I got 2 free books in one go. Kenneth had to read a businessy book for one of his gen ed classes in the pilot program he's in. Super random, but it was a book that I had been wanting, and he knew that, and so he gave it to me when he was done with it, so it's basically brand new. Putting the 1 Minute Manager to work, it's just based on the 1 Minute Manager book. It's one of the biggest books in the business world. I've been wanting to read it. You guys probably aren't that interested in this genre, but I like to keep up with it a little bit. Other free book, so I gave to Mercy Ministries, which is a program I'm really passionate about. I try to give to them a couple times a year if I can. And normally I'm weird about those things. You know, when nonprofits ask for a donation, then they say they're going to give you something in return, like all those commercials where they're like, donate $5 now and we'll give you a free t-shirt. Don't use my money to give me a t-shirt. Use my money for what I donated it for. But in this case, I kind of gave into it because they offered me a free book. So I have the 30th anniversary edition of Echoes of Mercy. I have another of Nancy Alcorn's books I bought directly from her at our church, but I don't have this one. And it was a pretty very simple, fancy new cover. And I hope not too much of my money had to go into this. Now we're getting to the birthday present section of this book haul. So one of my random gifts that I got from a family member was a Target gift card. And you know, when you get a Target gift card, you think, oh, I'll use this on something useful, right? Like groceries or bathroom supplies. No, I used most of it on books. I bought Life and Death. I bought this because I wanted to own every Stephanie Meyer book. I think I already mentioned that. Once I read this, I'll have read all the Twilight related books. I thought I wouldn't like that book when it first came out. That's why I never bought it. But then I watched Poland Banana Book's reaction to it, and I had to stop it like halfway through because she was doing a lot of spoilers, but it grabbed my interest. The other Target book that I bought is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I think this is like the start of her adult fantasy. It doesn't have to do with the Six of Crows universe, I don't think. The Six of Crows and all of them are technically young adult books, although I feel like they're mature enough because there's some heavy stuff in there. I don't know what Ninth House is about, but it's by Leigh Bardugo, so I know it's going to be good. And if it's for an older age group, I feel like I will cling to this even more because I want that heavier stuff. Ooh, it's got a blurb by Stephen King in it. Is it going to be horror? I literally don't know anything about this book. The other books that I got for birthday money was, my husband takes me on a Barnes & Noble trip every year on my birthday and just lets me loose and gives me like an hour and a certain amount of money. It's the best birthday gift I could ever ask for. I look forward to it every year. Funny story about this Barnes & Noble trip. I went into Barnes & Noble with very specific books in mind. I was like, I know exactly what I want, and I need them in hardcover. I'm only gonna buy books if they're in hardcover. I walk in, and I go to the young adult, fantasy, sci-fi section. I look for Scythe, whatever. I find one hardcover copy of it, and the back of the cover is ripped like halfway up. Like, it's seriously, why it wasn't in the bargain section, I don't know. I look around forever, maybe other copies were misplaced. There are no other copies, so I take it to the Barnes & Noble person, and I rarely ask Barnes & Noble people for advice or for help, because I know Barnes & Noble. I worked at Barnes & Noble. I should know my way around it. I go up to the guy and I'm like, do you happen to have this book in hardcover, but one that's not ripped? Yeah, miss, everything we have is out. First of all, I've worked at Barnes & Noble, and most of the time there's more stuff in the back, but that's fine. I'll believe him. He had the handy-dandy computer telling him how many copies they had, so I guess he was right. So I'm like, well, now that I'm up here, I might as well ask for the other books I've been looking for and haven't been able to find. And there's supposed to be no judgment in Barnes & Noble. This is like one of the #1 things they tell you in onboarding. So I look at the dude and I'm like, I'm also looking for this book. It's by Holly Black, I think. Which book is it, ma'am? I can just look it up by title faster. Yeah, it's called The Coldest Girl in Cold Town. The Coldest Girl in Cold Town. Well, yeah, but I can look for something else. No. I'll look it up. He looks it up. They don't have any copies. Of course, he naturally offers to order it for me right that very second and is very pushy about it, which we're trained to be. I get it. I was like, no. I don't want to order anything. I want books that I can bring home today. I asked for a couple other books that I was looking for. Nothing. They literally didn't have anything I was looking for at Barnes & Noble. What a strange trip. So I go back, already depressed, to the young adult sci-fi fantasy section. And my husband's like, why don't you try something new? It's been a while since you've picked something up that you haven't already known what it's about. I guess that's true. I almost left and asked if we could go to a different Barnes & Noble. But then my eye caught this cover. And I was like, what is that sword with fire around it? That's cool. And so I picked up this cover. And I was like, I think I'm gonna get this. I'll get this, and then I'll get a couple other random interesting books that I see, or I'll go to the romance section and I'll just buy a romance book. And then I looked at it on the back of it and I was like, wait a second, this is part of a series or a duology. I don't know how many are actually supposed to be in it. And so I had to hunt down the other one, and of course I'm immediately stressed out that they won't have it, but they did. And they're very, oh wow, the receipts in it. They're very fancy. They feel really good. I don't know what they're about. I think it's high fantasy as well, but I'm gonna find out. Last thing in this book haul was another Amazon buy. I have been looking for the Grisha trilogy in matching covers for years now. I've tried with everything in me to match the original covers because they changed the covers and nobody sells the original covers anymore. And I had the first 2 books in paperback in the original covers. All I wanted to do was complete the paperback set. I was content not even having hardcover. Could not find the 3rd book. I literally have been looking on eBay, Amazon, thrift books for forever. So finally I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna accept my fate and I'm just gonna buy all 3 of the new covers in hardcover. And at least it'll look pretty. It's not original, but it looks pretty. So I buy the first one in thrift books. Guess which type of cover thrift books sends me when they said they were gonna send the new covers? Another original cover of the first book. So now I have the original cover of the first book in hardcover and paperback, and the original cover and paperback of the second, and no 3rd book. I'm stressed out. I look around for months and months, and I'm like, it's just, I have to buy them from someone who has them all together, right? Because that's the only way they're gonna match, is if somebody has all 3. I buy from this guy on eBay. Like a month passes, I haven't gotten a shipment notification. Message to the guy on eBay, I'm like, hey, are you gonna ship my books? You said you ship them in 2 weeks. And he was like, oh yeah, we don't have any copies left of those. So on a whim, last week, I bought them all on Amazon Prime. And I just hoped and prayed that by new they mean new covers and not new old covers. I didn't even check the ISBN. I gave up on the whole ISBN thing. And they came in the mail yesterday, and they're matching covers. They look so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, Ruin and Rising. Boom, matching. Last thing I'm going to mention on this book haul is not technically a book, but it's something I'm very excited about, and I'm going to show it to you guys anyways, just because I got it recently and I'm excited about it. The Avatar Complete Series. in this nice, pretty white box set thing that I saw on Amazon. Actually, a friend of mine had it, and then I saw it on Amazon too, and so I bought it because I'm an adult who does in fact handle their money relatively well, I promise. But look at that. It's such a nice set. That completes my birthday book haul, October book haul, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to try to hold these all up. I don't think I can. It's too heavy. Wait. Oh my god, it's gonna fall as soon as I pick it up. Can you see it all? Yes or no or maybe? Oh my god. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my book haul. I'm super excited about all these books. I hope to read them soon. Tell me which ones you think I should read first. I can't decide, but I'm super excited. Especially about the Grisha trilogy. That was so hard. Thank you so much for watching. I make videos every Saturday and sometimes Thursdays too. I say that a lot for someone who has so few Thursday videos so far. Please like and subscribe and comment what you think I should do next, what you think I should read next, what you think of these books, all the things. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye! Let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus the 2 coming in the mail. So 16 books. I have no self-control.